So you recently bought yourself a new DSLR or a mirrorless camera and you want to shoot cool videos or photos with that. How do you do that? It's pretty simple. Can you see a dial on top of your camera? Turn that dial to auto mode and start shooting.
No! God, please, no! No!
I'm trying to read your minds right now. You guys are wondering why his video looks like trash. Well, this is the auto mode. Don't worry, through a series of multiple videos, we are gonna go from this to this. Hey guys, Aravind Divraj here and I'm your friendly neighborhood content creator. In this video, we are gonna talk about how to get rid of auto mode and switching to manual mode. So let's hop in. So what is actually manual mode? Basically in this mode, your camera is your pet. But to get the best out of it, you're the one who needs practice. So let's get the basics done. I would suggest that you have a camera in your hand, not a point and shoot one. Or even your phone would do because most of the phones right now have Pro mode in them. So the first major factor which makes a video better is its exposure. What is exposure? Exposure is basically the brightness of your video. If your video is not bright enough, it's called underexposed. And if your video is brighter than required, it's called overexposed. Underexposed and overexposed. To get the exposure right, we depend on three settings: the ISO, the aperture and the shutter speed. Now ISO.
Should I crack this joke for ISO? Nah, it's too lame.
No, it's not the International Organization for Standardization.
Ignore that.
Rather, it's the camera's sensitivity towards light. So it's like artificially changing the brightness of your video or photo on camera. Pretty cool, right? Even if you are in the darkest situations, you could just increase the ISO and get the job done. No, not at all. It comes with a problem. So most of the cameras have ISO range from 100 to 1,02,400. The ISO range differs from camera to camera. So the higher the ISO, the higher the brightness, the higher the digital noise. What is digital noise? Digital noise is those annoying teeny tiny dots that just surrounds your frame, which just ruins your watching experience. So keep your ISO as low as possible according to your situation. Let me explain it visually. Now the ISO is set to 500 as it is the lowest that I could get on my Sony a6400 when set to picture profile 7. What is picture profile? Well, I'll explain it in my upcoming videos, so stay subscribed. Okay, now I'm gonna increase the ISO from 500 to 640, 800, 1000, 1250, 1600. Okay, let's just stop here. Now the ISO is set to 1600. I've reduced the brightness of my key light and my backlight so that you could get a proper exposure. Now, if I zoom into this part of the video and compare it with the video which was shot on ISO 500, you could see some digital noise and the quality of video has slightly decreased. So this is the problem we face when we crank up our ISO. Just a second, let me get everything back to normal. And we're back to normal. Now we know about ISO. And we're back to normal, except the backlight which just died. Okay, so in this video we learned about ISO. So if you have any doubts regarding that, feel free to use the comment section. I'll reply as soon as possible. And in the next video we're going to learn about aperture. So stay tuned and keep creating.